got more revenue. But my thing would be like, how about you get your name up in high school when you go to the school with bigger benefits other pay for your housing and food? So is that school's fault? Is that your fault for not being good enough? So should every D2 player get the same amount as a D1 player or a D3? No, it's level stickers are called revenue. So how about you step your game up and go to that big D1 so they can feed you, house you, and you do what you get to do?
Yeah, baby, you're a queen, you're a lady. You're a queen, you're a lady. Even exchange, you give me love, I can reciprocate. You what I appreciate, you know your secret safe. Your love is priceless, had to leave these hoes alone. I make you smile, you need cheese. I'm talking provolone me down and I'ma hold you close. Think through the ups and downs, that roller coaster love. Nobody but us can ever this up. Baby, I want your love. You don't wanna let down.
Welcome back to another week and another episode of Don't Do That Chat. As always, it's your boy M80.
Your boy Dartiz, aka Tish.
There's money man finna slide in, yes, still be like a new biz, they back with no friends, yes, still good. And young nigga, who is you?
It's Damo, yeah.
Okay, we got a good episode today. What we talking about?
So today we will be talking about a little bit something more on the curricular end of our ages, and we're going to talk about should college athletes be paid?
Like money?
Like real money?
Like real money that you could spend. Now
I would say don't do that. No.
Don't do that. Okay, that's fine. But I mean, how y'all think about it?
You say don't do that?
Don't do that.
So you elaborate on that.
You want me to start it off? I go.
Yeah,
y'all ain't gonna like
start
me.
that off. I want you to start.
So
I mean, go ahead and start off, bro.
I go to like the background philosophy, being like a student athlete and going to like the ambitions of playing in college and stuff like that. To me, the reason why either the president was said that they're not getting paid because they are getting paid in different ways. I'm gonna go off the basic way they get paid. First of all, you're getting the full college tuition, which depending on what college you go to is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're put in a position where you can go get a free education. You're not in financial debt, which you'll be paying off for years, as long as you like a full ride athlete, of course. Not all athletes are blessed to be a full scholarship athlete, but if you are, you get a full scholarship. A lot of times, people don't know about this. A lot of times, the program
Which is a detriment
what?
to the athlete, because now they can no longer take a working job during school or on the summer.
Yeah, but they get.
Go ahead.
No, but it's like say like they fully they get all their classes paid off. They get money for food. They get meal cards and stuff like that, or they get free food made for them every day. They just got an eating schedule. Only thing they have to pay for is excessive food or like junk food or stuff they want on the side. On top of that, and a lot of times they get their bursars overpaid where they have a little money on the side. That's what you see a lot of these athletes, especially the top tier athletes that they recruit to go to your school. They have you driving around these nice cars, nice this and that, and they come from hoods because most of the time their bursars get overpaid. And so it's a way like programs paying them legally, which is still kind of illegal, but they're getting paid for it. So I'm not with paying athletes because I thought they get it paid already. That's how I feel about it. I want everybody to get their money and be successful, but it's a bunch of kids that go to college. Academically, do we pay academic people for being?
Yeah, they do. It's academic scholarships.
Yeah, exact scholarships not. Here's your money.
And
there are grants. Don't get me wrong. The academic people do get grants. A full scholarship paid off, but just pretty much where the grants go, it goes to your scholarship getting paid off. So I think it goes the same way. So that's why I feel. What do y'all feel about it? That's how I don't think they should get paid.
Yeah, I'll speak on that. I feel like I got a lot of opinions on that. I'm gonna keep it real. All my opinions is on favor of majority of them getting paid. I ain't gonna lie. Now you got me right there, you understand me? Because you made me think like, you know what? Everybody should get paid because everybody isn't a top tier athlete. Some of these athletes that's in the schools, you understand me? The school is basically paying more for them than their worth to the team. But some of these athletes, okay, for instance, when I was watching, or you feel me? Like name a couple. Top tier. Javi Best. I was gonna say that, but I ain't gonna say my best. Javi Best. Javi Best was a top tier athlete, bro. They selling this nigga. They selling toys in his name, jerseys in his name, hella shit in his name, bringing people to the school off of his name. So he's bringing way more into the revenue into the school than they are putting into him. Whether you get what I'm saying? Whether they got a little, he get this car or whatever, they making millions off this nigga, you know what I'm saying? To where it's like, damn, you gave this nigga 100,000, told him to be happy with it. You get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, football is a high injury sport. If we talking about football, to where motherfuckers might not make it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just cut off.
a high chance.
Yeah, you feel me? Majority don't make it. You already know that. You feel me? Go down each from high school to college to the NFL. You feel me? But just saying that, bro. Hell yeah, I feel like they should get paid, bro.
Okay. Let's
Certain
go on to it.
athletes.
So you say certain. I'm want to.
Get
So I was asking a question. Then you go. I'm not making a new point. I was asking a question by this point. So you said like certain ones should get paid. So should it be? How do you decide which ones get paid? Is it off an average? Like how much do you sell over the average? Like we paid you this much, right? So we paid you. Your school costs $200,000 for 4 years, right? Your revenue you brought into us for people buying a jersey is under $200,000. We just cut our losses. We didn't make our money back. But now your revenue is over $200,000, like the basic of tuition. Then should they pay them? Like what? Should they pay them? Like what?
Yeah,
how do you decide who gets paid?
I feel like they should pay the athletes based off of that. Basically, like once the athlete starts bringing in more to your school, then his worth is basically higher than your program. You get what I'm saying? Like to where he damn near bring in all the money into your program. I feel like, or majority of the money, I feel like it should be some type of way for y'all to cut it or figure out a contract. Because he's still attending y'all school, y'all still promoting him, y'all still giving him a platform. So yeah, y'all take y'all percentage. But get that man, you feel me? What he worth? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like don't just make him. Because a lot of these schools, you understand me, they're, like they said, after high school, this shit is a business. So if you're going to treat it like a business, why are you underpaying, you feel me, some of your true athletes, bro? That's what you essentially doing, bro. You underpaying them niggas, telling them niggas, fuck you, you get hurt, nigga. If you get hurt, they kick you, feel me, they drop your scholarship, all the shit. You feel me?
No.
If
You can't do like, I think injury retirement or something like that. They're still paying.
Nigga, if you get hurt and you can't meet, they will drop your ass.
Not at U of A. U of A, there's plenty of people that injured and they still under their scholarship. But you got to make sure they put that in your scholarship. Now everybody has the right to that scholarship.
Exactly, bro. Come on, bro.
Like I said, that's U of A.
But also,
did you want to go before?
I definitely feel like it's a lot of holes in the side. That's what I was trying to decide on what side I was gonna take, but I am damn near more lenient to the not paying the athletes. You feel me? Just for the fact of that's cool though. That's cool, but I'm about to break it down. You might feel me, you might not. But just for the simple fact, for one, that's gonna create a target, even more of a bigger target on the athletes' back by saying, okay, y'all are more important, such and such, and in some cases they are, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay, say you go to a school like Stanford, where the science program might be just as important as an athletic program, you know what I'm saying? So now we cut checks for everybody, you feel
Yes,
me?
nigga.
Okay,
If you had a scientist that went to fucking Stanford and created
And
a
they
pill
probably do. They probably do cut their ass checks.
to kill AIDS, bro.
But I'm about to get into that though. They
This nigga made a
Let him finish his point.
Cut my shit off quickly. Boy, goddamn, I've been trying to y'all get on me about cut everybody off, so I try not to. As soon as I get to going, it's like the Bulls get to attacking. But it's all good. I like the engagement though, man. I like them type of conversations.
Alright, go ahead.
But then, bro, what I was trying to say is shit. Nigga, threw my motherfucking train of thought.
You were saying like,
points,
okay.
so I had a couple of points.
You
bro.
saying like all the programs should get paid for it, basically?
I mean, I feel like in a sense, but two, why is, and we talk about, because I mean, this is more pinpointed because we talk about, what make us talk about this shit is basketball, football, you know what I'm saying? Them the only two sports where you're not able to leave and be a professional. You got to do 1 year in college, bro, and that's all because, in a sense, for them to generate money. So, I feel like they should allow those sports to let their athletes come in straight out of high school, in a sense. And if they don't make it to the draft, they could go back. It should be some type of stimulus to where, like they could, I don't know how to describe it. You feel me? I guess jersey sales maybe. They could get equity in their jersey sales. You feel me? They own the rights to their jersey sales. Yeah, the school could get some type of store marketing price. But for the most part, the athlete that the jersey getting sold by is getting some type
They
of.
selling way more than jerseys, nigga. They selling
Facts,
helmets,
all that shit.
toys, all types.
But I'm
of
talking about, okay, so say if you got the school, but how would you be able to, but that's what I'm trying to say though, how would you be able to like
Like you
measure this
said,
shit?
like you said,
you gotta be
the
careful
school
which
is putting it
player.
out, so they know how much merchandise they putting out. Period.
Facts, but you can go to some schools and okay, it's like Michigan. All right, say Michigan had a down year for 5 years and somebody go up there, you may be able to see the increase. Okay,
Yes, you
50%
gonna for
shit.
sure see the increase.
But
bro.
what about like a Florida nigga to where they always up and you go to the school and you kept the shit afloat? You know what I'm saying? So we didn't see no increase, nigga.
Well,
Do you
I
not
feel
get no
like-
type of money in that?
Like Bama, like they,
Yeah,
all their
you feel
players
what I'm
going to
saying?
the league.
Like-
So who? I it might still have more popular players like Devontae Smith, but I get what you saying. You kind of say like, you still got to go on the basis of how you determine who get paid.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. Like, how does it
get the money?
Yeah, how does it get determined? You know what I'm saying?
Feel like,
and they say it's a kid how does the payroll get set up? Is it at the beginning of the year, middle of the year? You know what I'm saying? Because now, okay, say a nigga that wasn't on the list, he would walk on all the stuff. Woo woo. He paying for school, but he ended up getting more numbers than the other player. He doing more than the other player. He seemed like he put more work in a sense. So where now he looking like, so how do I get paid? You know what I mean? I'm just as broke.
All right.
So, I want everybody.
All right, man. So I'm real passionate about this topic because, man, like, as you know, I was a college athlete, and I just wanted to just point out a couple flaws when this agreement comes in. First and foremost, when we say college athletes get paid, I would say 9 times out of 10, you guys have no idea what we are talking about in the spinning image of our mind. What you guys are thinking about is how professional players live and how it's like, oh, motherfuckers going out buying Lamborghinis, all those motherfuckers going out there buying cars, buying hella jewelry and stuff. And when I'm an advocate for college athletes to get paid, I'm not talking about like, oh, they should get paid amazing wages. I'm talking about the bare minimum, because as a college athlete myself, I'll tell you what I experienced, and I'll tell you how we feel and how we observe it. Because as a college athlete, first things first, you get a scholarship from going to school. Yeah, you get your education. Boom. Extremely grateful for that. But as you know, there's other ways to get a scholarship academically. And then also putting that side by side, after high school, it's the real world. Because your high school teachers always tell you, oh, your college professors not gonna let you let that shit slide in their classroom. College professors don't give a shit about none of that. We all grown ass adults. We go there because we pay money for that shit. It's your choice to go there and pay the money. And how are you gonna get mad at a school for picking up somebody for their certain talent, even though athletes is more common because they're bigger sports teams? How are you gonna get mad at somebody for that, for getting picked, getting selected, getting noticed because of their talents? How? You ain't mad about that? That's like saying, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get this job. They didn't pick me, but they picked this dude because his resume was better than mine. It's a fair world. It's a fair world. And when I'm talking about college athletes getting paid, here's what I'm saying. Breaking it down. Because, for one, the amount of time that we put into our sport is greater than the amount of time that we put into our school.
Or to jobs, all this shit.
Yeah,
It's a job.
Exactly. But let me finish my analysis, right? So we put more time in our sport than we do put in our school. Where the fuck does time for socializing come? It's there, but it's minimal. It's not like everybody else.
Nigga, you want
When do you have a time to go out and get a fucking job so you can actually have some income to pay for some of that shit that's not getting covered because your school is covered? Doesn't mean that you're living. I think athletes get paid the bare amount of minimum to be able to cover for their food and other expenses. Because what you guys are talking about, like trying to stay respectful, you guys are talking about U of A. I have no problem with U of A, but that's a big ass D1. They get TV time, right? Alabama, that's the best college in fucking America. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about Alabama. We know they're taken care of, bro. That's obvious, but that's just like saying that's like saying you look at the 1%ers like, oh, America is so good, but they're not looking at the lower class. We got fucking homeless people living outside. But here's what I'm saying: for the other schools, for the D2s and maybe the D3s, the D1 AA's that have talent like D1s, but they don't get talent or they don't get TV time, you still attract fans.
Facts.
People come and pay money to come see you play.
Still sell jerseys.
I'm not talking about jerseys, bro. I'm just talking about
where does
the
the
game.
revenue come from that y'all deserve to get paid?
Exactly.
I'm getting to it. I'm explaining it to you. I'm explaining it to you. Because what I'm saying is, I'm literally right there, but you guys just aren't being paid. Because if people come to the game and pay money to watch you fucking play, let's say it's over 6,000 people, it's $20 per ticket. That's a lot of fucking money. I'm not saying them motherfuckers, everybody on the team deserves everybody deserves $100 per game. Nah, bro, what's wrong with $20? What's wrong with $20 here or something like that? Or people benefiting off their name and shit like that.
Because
depending on your produce, your productivity to it.
$20 ain't gonna be enough. Then it's gonna be $100. then it's gonna be another 100. Then it's gonna, you
But
gotta
it has to
the
be.
doors
It has,
open.
okay. So let me flip it around then. How the fuck do you feel about NBA players getting millions and WNBA and NBA players getting paid regular salary jobs? Wages.
I don't agree with it. I don't
Exactly. It's based off of ticket revenue. The fuck is wrong with that?
TV watch
I'm just finna say. I'm just finna say that. That's the only.
Okay,
But that's what I was saying the whole time. Okay, let's go back.
We'll keep it. You know, I'll bring it back down, civilize it real quick. So this is my thing. I'm gonna make some points against you, my daddy, my brother. First thing, we talk about you get paid for doing the time. You should get paid for it. I'm telling you, your scholarship is a form of payment. Would you? I answer this question. Would you rather have them say this? You got two choices when you go to college. We pay for your scholarship, or we let you into the college, but we don't pay your scholarship. And depending on how good you play, you can pay for your own scholarship. Would you bet? Would you want to take that bet?
Yeah, I would take that fucking bet.
You would bet on your skills in football, like you said, a high injury sport, that I'm gonna be so good that I will make so much money for the school. I'll be able to get paid so much by them, and I'll pay my scholarship off of my talent over. You got to be going to freshman rec over getting a full scholarship.
No anxiety. I feel like.
Yes. See, right now it's easy for you to say yes because you know you throwing on the scholarship. Like, okay, I got my guaranteed school.
But here's what I'm saying. You guys are sitting here thinking about U of A, Alabama. It's $100,000. What the fuck makes you think my scholarship was that much? I gave you the ass. You probably thinking that shit like $60,000 fucking dollars. My scholarship wasn't that much. Nigga, I could have paid that shit off.
Less revenue at your games than Alabama too, bro.
Exactly, but that's what I said. Nigga, what's I'm saying? $1,000 fucking dollars, millions
What do you
fucking
want?
dollars.
Yeah,
I just said something bare minimum to get athletes from day to day, bro. Like Nick, like here's what I'm saying, bro. It's a quick point. Regular students, they have school just like us, but you know what they can do in their free time? We're at practice. We're not making no money. We don't have money. Just because the school is paid for doesn't mean we have money. Students had to take out loans just like athletes can, and they pay for that shit. No, they don't pay for your fucking food.
So
Not everywhere. Like I said, you guys got this Alabama and Florida and fucking mentality.
What is that
For school, that's it.
Answer that question. What did you get with your
So how did
scholarship?
you
That's a
pay
better
for it?
question.
Where did
You don't
you
know
pay
about
for
your
it?
scholarship.
I got school, and that was it.
You
That's
didn't get no
cool.
food voucher, nothing. This school?
I mean, I got one freshman year, but that was it.
And
What else
goes
to that?
back to what I was chiming in on when we got,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so wait.
I was saying basically, this sounds like the rules should be changed. If you get what I'm saying, it should be no reason that they say in your contract when you sign that you can't get a job on your off time. It shouldn't be your coach is taking up all
But
your free
where
time.
is your off
Yeah,
time?
that's not
Because you're not even saying it.
But that's
Where is your off
how it
time?
should
You
be,
have
bro.
school
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you
They
have
gotta make
sports.
compromises, bro. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, because
you
it's
know
a
what I'm saying? Unless
business.
they
They
are
saying-
gonna compensate.
What they're
that.
saying is, I'm giving you a scholarship to go to the school, so your time is my time to go to school because you got to be a student athlete, of course.
So
I guarantee you, if they start looking at players and athletes like that and say, "All right, we're gonna start paying y'all minimum wage," I bet you they start cutting practice times.
No, all right, time out. Look, let's just go back. They probably would. Though.
You feel me?
But
Like it's a need.
hell
no.
yeah. But let's go back to the student athlete real quick. You feel me? The question I got for you is, tell us what the stipulations was in your scholarship. So we can
Schools pay
understand.
for. Schools pay for. Okay.
What was
so-
everything that they paid
So
for,
here's
bro?
here's everything they pay for. My scholarship paid for my school. And that was it.
Does that count for residency and meals?
No, they don't count for no fucking. When I say school, bro, I'm school for this
Class.
class, this class, and this class.
So, no,
So
That's
how
it.
did you attend practice
That's
with
it.
no work and
No,
be able to
okay,
get out
okay.
there?
You want to know the I got a $200 scholarship from the football team to go get textbooks and shit. That's the only
No, but
money
I'm saying,
outside of school
So how
that
did
I
you
was.
afford to live out there? Tell us that.
Because for one, I applied for loans just like regular students do, right? I get the Cal grant just like regular students do. There's FAFSA just like regular students do, right? Okay. But here's the difference. My money was always dwindling. Doesn't matter how much I took that loan.
But that's
It's
all
my
college students for the most part, bro.
No, I see
But
that.
I
mean, but
he got point with
but
that.
can I just please finish, bro? Like I know I be having some long points, but here's what I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is my money is dwindling, right? Because I have school and I have practice. When the fuck do I have time to go get a job? But other students, especially a lot of my friends that I actually knew, because we live in the dorms, I actually talked to a lot of people. They were able to go get jobs. They were able to go get hobbies that would make them some fucking money.
But I got a counter for you, Mark.
Yeah, what's the counter, Berchies? What's the counter?
Look, you're playing. Look, they got an opportunity to go. They can go work at McDonald's or Burger King, whatever. But you're giving yourself an opportunity to make exponentially more money in that. It's like you taking a short stick financially, temporarily to get to that higher
career. That's you trying.
So it's like you bet, like you playing a view.
But like I said,
you're better than yourself being a professional athlete at some point. You were better than yourself, right? You figure I go here, I show people my talents, and let me get to the point where I'm a multi-millionaire. So the points, all these students, all college athletes, we better on the point that look, if I go here, I'll do this. Now, but it's not so much how much money we getting because people that came in less years, people coming in partial scholarship, people coming in no scholarship, and they gotta still work. They're still working, and they're doing this as much practice time. I know people with no scholarships prefer walk-ons. They're doing this as much practice time, but they're still working. I'm not saying that's for everybody. I don't know how much you can bring in that time to be, of course, a part-time job, of course. But the whole point I'm trying to get across is you shouldn't. I don't think college athletes should get paid in the sense. I think they should be taken care of. I think Don was on something like, oh, it should be something written into the book, like you must feed all your athletes. Well, big programs do. I don't know about small programs, but they feed all the athletes.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm fine for that too.
But
that's what I want. I want them to be able to take care of themselves. I'm not saying I'm not saying they should be able to get paid funds and let's go be irresponsible with our shit and pull it on jewelry. But most of my homies, most of the dudes that I played college ball with, and most of the people that I played against, and we had similar stories. They have to use that money to go ahead and take care of themselves. And a lot of people aren't dumb. They're not going to go out there and be completely idiotic and go spend their money on something that they're not supposed to be spending on because everybody had to pay rent. Everybody had to cook. Everybody had to get their groceries and stuff like that. The shit is not easy. This shit is not easy to be doing.
They say that straight up. They say being a college athlete is not about being easy. It's about
exactly. It's not about being easy. But you guys don't understand.
Like, you're trying to say you're trying to make it easier though. You feel
I'm trying to make it easier, but you guys don't understand how many college athletes have to go through that struggle.
But at the same
don't
time,
understand how you know we don't have college athlete friends all the thing. You know what I'm saying? We went to school as well. I seen how certain college athletes was living, and I was seeing how they had a lot of free time too in their hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's for all. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now they send it. Now we gotta have. I don't even know they got a committee, you get what I'm trying to say, that's going in and approving certain schools for the grants to feed players. Like, I mean, I'm cool with all, like I said, I'm more so with the.
Not to cut you off,
I'm not worried about
I feel like, bruh, honestly, bruh, I hear your pain, bruh, and I hear your struggle. I feel like college football players should get paid to an extent because if you're not really, okay, yeah, you went to this school, you had to sacrifice in high school going to practice and shit to get there, which in high school can't nobody really make no motherfucking money anyway. So with your free time, it's better to do a hobby, which would be football. You get what I'm saying? So, I feel like if you're not bringing in money to that program, like just because you went there to play football, like your first year, bro, you might got to go in like under damn near like a financial scholarship unless you one of the top ranked players in the fucking country because, bro, if you're not bringing in no money to the football team, bro, how you actually get paid? You get what I'm saying?
And there needs to be something about
I never said anything about weak ass niggas getting paid. I never said anything about that. I was just saying it should be equivalent to the fucking revenue because there was definitely a lot of schools out there who are fucking out there and they're playing sports and they make a lot of money off that shit. And if you think about it, like for example, my program and a lot of programs, our revenue was able to keep all of the sports at fucking Humboldt to keep going. We were paying for the shit that other teams were getting. We were paying for the new uniforms. We were paying for the trips. We were paying with that stuff because we were making the most money. Right?
I got something for you because you just opened my eyes when you said that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you saying you feel like so you only saying because you saying college athletes should get paid. That's the topic. College athletes get paid for their sport. So are we talking about all sports? Or are we talking about this?
All sports.
Yes,
it sounds like we talking about football. I thought we were talking about all sports.
We are talking about all sports.
We had a lot of emphasis on football. So like,
but we talking about the sports that generate revenue to the school.
You know, naturally, certain sports bring in more money. So you also saying people who got the dream to go to the Olympics and track and field are being swimmers or this and that can't get paid. They gonna go to the same trouble you talking about going through. They're like, but my sport just is as important. So I might be the next
Michael Phelps
or Cristiano Ronaldo, but I might get I don't know, but I can't eat, so I can't. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say, in what point in this video did I say college football players? Just college football players?
No, we was making a lot of examples on.
We've made a lot of football examples. So
it was a football example, but I mean. When I say athlete, I mean a college athlete, bro. An athlete is a fucking athlete.
So that's the point. The whole point
is, so if it was up to you, how would you say you at a small school at like? Oh, I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but like, how would you go about it if it's?
He went to a kind of
Facts. But he said his school wasn't multifaceted in a sense. It was mainly football. You know what I'm saying? What if you had another school where it's, say your football team got 11 dudes that's them guys that deserve to get paid. Then you go to the lacrosse team. They just won Division State. You feel what I'm saying? Then you go to the soccer team. Your soccer team doing cool. They make the playoffs every year. Do the coach get something? You know what I'm saying?
The coaches for sure get
The coaches get paid anyway.
I'm already knowing. But I'm just saying now they looking at it like maybe do they get a stipend or some type of shit based on
or incentive? Is that what
you right?
Incentive, yeah.
Incentive. I apologize on my vocabulary. You feel me? But anyways, it's all type of different. Like how would you break it down? What is the
so the easiest way to break it down is for one. I don't know what I should put first, but here's what I'm gonna say first. I'm gonna say it's based off revenue. Your school is making bank off your sports events, and then boom, that's it. I'm just saying all that extra revenue. For the kids who are out there making you that money, I feel like they just deserve a little piece of it. I'm not saying they deserve the whole fucking thing. I'm just saying they deserve a little piece, little taste. Nothing to go crazy. I mean, just as long as they're taking care of it.
How do stocks sound?
Huh?
What about stocks? What about if they was able to?
If that's what they learning, if that's what they learning, all I'm saying is, bro, if you get paid, if you do a service, you should get paid for that.
Betting on yourself.
Oh.
And then my second part about that was so what I said the first part is revenue, and the second part is just based off of how the world works, bro. If you making money, you making money. But if you're not making money, then you're not making money. You can't get mad at not making money because you're not bringing in the people to pay for it. You're not bringing in the people to come see it. Bro, this is a dog eat dog world. Nigga, it's survival of the fittest. If Alabama's bringing in billions of dollars and shit, that's what they can do. If a D2's not bringing in billions of dollars, they're bringing in the top of the line. It's not a contradiction to my argument. Because let's say this. Is somebody in a Safeway corporate making the same amount as a fucking grocery store cashier at Safeway?
Most definitely not.
Exactly. That's because they're doing shit that's bringing in more revenue compared to that cashier. That cashier may help 200 something customers a day. The person in corporate is fucking responsible for 20 fucking stores.
But it's levels to it, man. Because you're not factoring the other things like you base it off of popularity. You talking about sales and revenue.
I'm talking about sales.
It's
not that hard to declare though. It's really not.
You're not getting what I'm saying. Are you going off of the team as a whole? Is it be divided equally throughout the whole team, or is it based off a skill level? Because I might be better than you as a player, but you're more popular than me. So I'm like, whoa, my stats is way better than.
And that's what I said.
That's off of revenue.
So it's off of popularity. So like I just go to humble. Smaller schools, a lot of times they don't have their names on the back of their jersey. That's on your big revenue schools. So how do we know that their jerseys are selling more?
Right. Your number.
That's what I said.
It's really not that. I get what you guys are saying because you got to ask real critical questions, but these real critical questions are really simple answers. How would they make money? Okay, if you want to go off an individual basis, if they out there selling jerseys and shit, and they selling your name off of products and shit, you should be able to make a fucking royalty off that shit. But if they're not, if they're just selling team wear, okay, that shit goes for the team. But if they selling specific shit, saying your number, whatever, then of course you should be making money. But as far as everybody else on the team, as far as the money that's generated, it should be split equally amongst all the players. Unless you're making money off your own name, you should not be making more money than the other people on your team. Like, come on now, I'm not asking for them to be fucking professional players. I'm just asking for them to have a little something to be taken care of.
That's how NCAA got canceled. All they're gonna do is make y'all know names. They're gonna put the name back in your jersey. It's gonna be random names out there. It's because in college football, definitely college football.
That's because they want to exploit.
Any college sport, the school program is the biggest. I don't care how trash the school is. You're gonna how trash Kentucky is. Kentucky, its legacy is bigger than the players half the time. People go to that game based off the legacy of the school. So it's like, how much is this the legacy? Because you got alumni in college. How much is our legacy and our alumni is going to support you regardless? Now in NFL it's different. You can calculate who's bringing in money because like our team wasn't getting no tickets, but then Wookie came in. Now we getting more tickets. So especially in NBA,
like
basketball.
What's the school that Damian Lillard went to?
Huh?
What's the school Damian Lillard went to? Weaver State. You feel what I'm saying? They probably seen a huge growth in their school, you feel me? Sports, all the shit, you know what I'm saying? It's probably way more athletes.
That's always, whenever a team is winning, students, a team game. Whenever
the school John Morant just went to, small school, you feel me? Probably got a recruit off of that man's name the year before.
No, real shit, real shit. Bring a lot of recruits off of
football's so complicated because, like, football players, though, especially, like, most of the time, once you're a big name, you're not really recognizable. Like, you know, basketball players are. Football players, helmet on, this on. Most of the time it's the name back in your jersey, maybe the number.
All right, I got something for you to agree with, though, for the people who don't agree that college athletes get paid. Now, I feel like a lot more people would have at least made it to the college route and wouldn't have did. Well, I guess for majority of the sports that we play, you feel me? Not kind of going off topic, I guess a little bit like. You feel me? Basketball, football is majority. Even baseball down there now is majority of minorities. You get what I'm saying? So in saying that, bruh, fuck, I damn near lost what I was saying, bruh. Man, basically what I was trying to say is, fuck,
Damn, man.
No, I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to get it out. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to get it out, bruh. So this is what I'm saying is, okay, it's majority minorities playing these sports, right?
Yep.
If we could get, I bet a lot of us would not run to the streets or start fucking up or not give a fuck. Like, we would put more into school as far as academics and all that shit. If we knew, if we made it to that next level of college, we would get paid. You get what I'm saying? Because now we have an incentive to go. You get what I'm saying? It's like, your parents, like, dude, like, basically your parents want you to graduate school, high school, go to college to get a good job. You get what I'm saying?
I got a good suggestion. So would y'all be okay with every athlete getting paid minimum wage? You get your scholarship paid for, and then you get minimum wage. You say you can't work a 9 to 5, right? So wherever the state 9 to 5 wages, so the wage is $10 an hour, you get paid that on the side. So that means $800, $600.
Hey, that's better than what I expected, because at the end of the day, if you put in the hours of a fucking sports team that you put in compared to, bro, you're spending, it's like a full-time job, bro.
It is a full-time.
But let me ask you this, because I'm gonna ask you a deeper question.
From study hall to workout to running
so
around
to
practice to film
meetings.
to ice bathing and all that.
Let's bring it back to high school. They said this, Marjani, we'll give you an opportunity where you can struggle 4 years financially and be on this football team. You got a chance to go to the NFL, or you can just go be a regular college student and guarantee you going to a cool job. Which one you gonna take?
Think about it.
Look.
This is what I say.
I just want to say that question. It really doesn't apply
loaded to be one side.
I just want to say this. The only reason why I went to college, or the only reason why I did school, is because it was an access point for me to do what I want to do, bro. I only did good in school because if I did good in school, bro, I could play sports. I only went to college and fucking took those classes and shit because I needed to do that to play sports. But I'll tell you right now, I didn't get my degree. Because as soon as my sports was up, bro, I had no motivation to be in school, bro. And a lot of people be like, bro, go back to school. But here's the thing: a lot of people like. There's a lot of successful people who didn't graduate college, probably didn't even go to college. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to be one of them. I'm just saying that school wasn't for me. Gotta respect it. School wasn't for me, but that's something I had to do.
I disagree, but you too smart for school. You could knock that out, bro. That's not.
I could have, but it's not something I believed in.
But
I don't believe in school.
The reason I asked that question, because I even answered the question, I believe if you give people the opportunity to take a chance on themselves, play their sport that they love playing their whole life since they're little babies or little kids, they will take that chance of being poor 4 years in college or 5 years in college, then potentially be an NBA, NFL, Olympic person, and you just get through it, or just be an average Joe and go to college. It's a reason why you take that chance, you make that risk.
But so, I mean, you take that chance either way, because you could either say the same thing about somebody like, for example, now they're making it easier for kids coming out of high school that they don't even need to take that college route because they can just go straight to the G League, or some kids go play overseas and shit like that. And just when you're taking a risk as far as going to college and not getting paid,
don't you get paid for that?
Huh? Yeah, you get paid for that. You're taking a risk to go out and play overseas and shit, play over there and get paid, and then come back so you can go ahead and get paid.
Go to the league, or you go over there and get paid. Now you still just a broke.
Oh yeah, and it's not any different than going to college.
And then it's all still the same reality though, because in the end. Okay, say you don't make the team. You come back, you could finish school like a regular student, get your financial.
Half the time, these athletes not getting into these schools unless they was athletes.
Exactly.
So they're not going to these top pristine schools. They're not going to these top pristine schools.
Well, they wasting it anyway, bro.
Not all. Some of them taking advantage of it. I can't speak for all.
Yeah, you're right. Some of them
and also, here's another thing I want to say. This is probably just throwing gasoline on the fire, but for all the people complaining about people getting scholarships to, like, let's see, like, you know, I mean, for example, like, we'll just use them for Alabama and U of A and Florida. Those aren't the top schools for academics. Like, why the fuck aren't you guys feeling the same way about people going to Harvard? He got a 4.0, but he got a 4.0 and he had a little bit of community service. Why is he going over this person? They were just as smart. Because he had more of the qualities that they identified that they resonated with. So they're gonna go ahead and let them go in. Like that's kind of like being the same way about those people. Like, why do they get to go to Harvard? They still gotta pay and shit, or some people have scholarships, but you gotta have high qualifications. You gotta have high ramifications to get into Harvard and Cornell and Princeton and shit like that. So why isn't it the same way as like you gotta have high standards as far as when it comes to sports?
It is.
Like it is. It is. So why are you gonna get mad over somebody that's getting that opportunity?
You're not mad about it.
You're not mad, but if you're basically saying what you
But
say,
why isn't it fair that you can't go to Harvard then?
What you mean?
I'm just saying, why isn't it fair that you can't go to Harvard? You think it's fair? You don't think it's fair that okay, so this guy is more athletic than me. He was more exposed to me. He got more exposed to me, and he's a boy.
No, I ain't saying
he got a full ride scholarship to go to this school, but I mean it's not some prestige school. Let's just say it's like some D1 AA school. He got a full ride scholarship worth $32,000 a year. Right? So what's the difference between somebody who goes to Harvard, gets a scholarship for their academics, or just gets the chance to go to Harvard because they got accepted?
You can get full academics.
So why they not getting paid?
You can. I'm just saying.
That's the part you're missing.
Huh?
Why they not getting paid? Because that's the same shit. They have to sacrifice time.
But I'm just saying they're going to a higher privilege. Like as far as like when Dartis is saying you sacrifice for 4 years. They're pretty much guaranteed a great paying job from that name.
You always
Harvard,
Stanford. That you get to be. You might be going to the NFL. That's what you go. That's
or
what
you
guaranteeing
yourself a chance to the D League, playing in them top schools. The D League gonna take you like, oh, this nigga went to Bama. He should be the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just how like, have y'all ever watched on Netflix? What's that? Last Chance U. Them niggas get them D1 athletes. Them niggas be some of them niggas. I ain't gonna lie, be fake trash D1. You feel me? But they go to this weak ass this D3 school. These niggas treat these niggas like saints. Praise these niggas. You feel me? Like, bruh just came from Florida. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and them niggas, even them niggas too, come down there and don't even be doing nothing. But it's like, if motherfuckers is all putting in that time and commitment, bruh, you like, I ain't gonna lie. If we gonna be honest, everybody gotta get paid, bro. Because everybody sacrificed. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, kind of defeating the purpose of college in a sense. You get what I'm saying? It's turning that shit.
I feel like college is the 4 years where you go through and you struggle. Like, okay, some people are spoiled, they privileged, they kind of don't go through the struggle of college. But I feel like college is where you really define who you are. You go through the struggles, you go through eating ramen, you go through that stuff, you try to figure life out. Because you realize life is hard outside of college too. And college is like the stepping stones for you getting to your future, your career path. Whether you're a student athlete, whether you're just an academic athlete, whether you're just an average Joe going to college and figure it out. Student now, it's about you going through the struggle to figure it out. I'm not trying to coddle anybody going to college. The whole point is wherever you decide to do, you make it, you try your best and see where it goes. Whether you get paid to do it or whether you're not. Now let's go into the lines of student athlete versus just the academic career. So a lot of the top tier football athletes, they go to college they get full rides, right? And then you also got academic people who get full scholarships too. Mm-hmm. So, and these academic people, they got to maintain a certain GPA to keep their full ride. They got to maintain a 3.5, 3.6. So they got to put all their extra time into studying and getting their grades up. While you put all your time into your sport, and they're not like, oh shit. Someone like, I'm still struggling. I might need to get an extra job. And I got to maintain this GPA. Should they get paid? Are you just paying them the minimum wage, or what do you like? How do you balance it out for the people? I know they don't get the notoriety you get, but they still bring in they get full rides to the school because they bring the average GPA of that school up, which is just as important getting kids to go to that school as it is sports-wise. They don't talk about it because it's not as popular to talk about, but it's a reason why people want to go to Berkeley because you gotta have work on those. It's the reason why people go to UCLA, USC because they go as when you go there academically, you're smart as hell. You're guaranteed a job afterwards.
Exactly. And here's what I wanted to say. I forgot I wanted to say this much earlier, but here's what I wanted to say. That's your choice. If you want to go ahead and put yourself through a lot of fucking debt to go and get into that shoot because you're betting on the fucking payout at the end, but like I said,
that's the same
that's
athlete,
your choice. That's your choice. If you want to go ahead and pay that money, that's your choice because there is definitely, as we can see, especially in today's day and age, where you can make money damn near doing anything. And if you choose to go ahead and put yourself through that struggle, then that's fine, bro. I understand your struggle. I'm not gonna sit there and hate on it. But for you to go ahead and sit around and hate on a decision that you made and get mad at me because of a decision you made, that's just petty in my sense, bro. Like I said, you want to go to Berkeley, you want to go to Stanford, you want to go ahead and pay that money because you already know if you got a degree coming out that school, you go ahead and give that to the nearest employer or something like that, then boom, that's what you wanted to do because you made a choice that you're going to school to be either become an employee or become a boss, bro. And to become a boss, to become a boss, you don't need to be an employee, bro. Because colleges teach you how to be an employee.
Also can teach you how to be a boss.
It
Some
can,
bosses have
but
to start from the ground up.
and for example, bosses don't require degrees, but the people that work for them do.
But you also gotta look up. But you also gotta look up the stats in that, because that's the argument. But at the same time, if you look up a lot of these bosses' stats, a majority of them probably gonna have fucking college degrees.
And that's dumb.
You feel me?
That's fine.
It's not dumb, nigga. It's a reason why, bro.
But do all of them have college degrees?
No, bro.
Exactly, because it was their choice.
Averages though. What's the
But
average?
at the same time,
It was their choice.
But at the same time, your argument, bro, you just fucked up everything you said with that
How?
shit, bro.
Let them know.
Because football is your choice.
It's
You
your
could have said
choice.
fuck football, nigga. Got you a job, bro.
And I know somebody that
And
knows
start
that.
making
I know,
money.
And that's exactly what I was saying, bro. It's a fucking service, bro. I just want to say, what you said was wrong because is not your choice. Because if you're out there putting it on the field and shit like that, and you're fucking working, you're putting in the time like it's a full-time job. You go out there perform, and you're making revenue. I don't see students making $20 on a year or 4.0 if they fucking test, bro. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I'll make it make sense.
Make it make sense, bro.
You signed there. You signed to go to that school, and wherever they gave you an offer to, you accepted it. That was your choice. Just like when you just decided to go get a job.
Because that's what they offered me.
He said,
Yeah, but you didn't have to do it. They offered you. I could offer you to beat your ass, and then you had to accept that ass, beat it. You can say,
It's okay, bro. You know you're losing the argument to say that.
I'm just saying that's you making a choice. I can
Exactly, and
I
you
can
making
offer
a
you
choice
drugs.
to go ahead and pay.
I can offer you a drug, but you not taking the drug. That's you making a choice.
But
I'll offer you a
here's the thing.
scholarship.
Am I making revenue or am I making a drug? Am I making revenue? All I said is, am I making revenue?
But you're signing
But I'm
for.
saying-
But am I making revenue? What is the everyday student doing
You
that
could
is
have
making
made
up revenue?
revenue, nigga. You could have said fuck football and got you a job.
Exactly, and that's still a choice. But if you're playing football and you're making revenue, but make it make sense.
Okay,
But what
I
I'm
see
saying
what
is,
you making
because if you
revenue.
go out there and you fucking sell lemonade, you're gonna make some fucking
No,
profit
I
off
agree
lemonade.
with
But
you
you
on
going
that
out there and
part.
growing
I
lemon
agree.
trees and letting niggas just take that shit.
I ain't gonna take
But
that.
I got
Your
to
contract
cut
says-
you short for a moment. I feel like this goes more back to a rule change, bro. It's not just no specific, we paid athletes. If anything, bro, they should loosen up rules. Like I said, bro, they should allow y'all to do sponsorships. You feel what I'm saying? Certain shit, bro. If an athlete is a superstar, bro, why is he not having the top burger spot or whatever the case may be on his? What if he want to put the sticker on his helmet or something like that? You know what I'm saying? It's rule changes. I feel like
Yeah, I
that
feel
can
like
occur, bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That can
right,
allow
right,
the
right.
athletes to make money, bro. Stocks, all type
Or
of. They can get them
at the
different
same
options.
time, not to cut you off,
Go ahead,
but
bro.
at the same time,
You always come- you always come.
because it's my brother, man. So it'd be hard because it'd be
Go
on
ahead,
good points, bro. So at the same time, I feel like if an athlete, like, I don't know the stipulations between college athletes, but like, is there something that says like a college athlete can't make money off their own name?
Yes. It is.
See, that's fucked up.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying,
Because
it's
it's like
slave
you build. Yeah, that's fucked up. That part is fucked
But it's
up.
not
and
slavery.
then
You
also-
signed a contract. It's
My
like
bad,
a
my bad. I don't
Why
wanna-
is that on the contract?
But
though?
here's what I'm saying. I don't mean to cut you
That's what
off,
I'm
but
trying to say. That
I
should
forgot
be
about the
contract.
ramifications. Like for example, like somebody can't buy you a meal, or if somebody buys you a
facts.
meal, you
If somebody buys
forfeit
you
your
a
scholarship.
soda, nigga, you
Yeah.
can get
If somebody
something
offers you
for that
anything, a little $10 meal, you gonna get
That's
fucking
weird shit.
yeah. You gonna get your scholarship's gonna be forfeited. And like I said, like this probably is not common, but say a musician goes out and they fucking play a music piece and da. I've never heard about somebody or another student or somebody else who performed like outside of sports getting a meal paid for by like maybe an alumni or something like that.
Nah, it's other people doing shit. That's why, I was talking about science kids with these science programs and shit.
Yeah,
They
that
get
shit
paid
paid in school.
Doctors, it's people in college.
They deserve to get paid off their shit too, bro. I'm not hating on
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
But-
saying.
but
There's
we
people out there
assuming-
doing shit. We can't belittle our mind just think.
But we
sports
ass-
athletes is the only motherfuckers bringing in.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all not looking, bro.
But it's-
Y'all not looking at.
No,
this
I
like-
think we on the same aspect, bro. I think we think about the same shit, bro. As far as it's a rule change, nigga. If you don't see us, bro, The contract is a slave contract to the athletes, bro. You can't work, you can't pay for you can't do
you
nothing.
You can build a name and can't make no money.
You feel me? That's all your shit is our shit.
Let me break it down. I got an easy way to break it down.
I can't make money off my name, bro.
We speak. So when you go somewhere to live, you sign a lease, right? And the lease they have a bunch of stipulations. If you don't like them stipulations, you don't sign a lease. But they tell you how much you're gonna pay, how much you're gonna get paid, and you sign the lease.
I didn't realize that they signed.
Yeah, but that's you gotta read. That's you reading the right. That's you reading the lines. Now to go to scholarships, right? But as an athlete, you're a high schooler, you're a top athlete, you're doing real good. All the top schools want you. They present you scholarship. You ask them, what can you do for me? What can you offer me? They say, look, I can give you a full ride scholarship. You can be like, oh, what about food, this and that? And they'll tell you exactly what they do, what's your right. And you decide whether or not you want to sign that contract. It's not a gun to your head like
no, it is a gun to your head. You know why?
This
is why it's a gun to your head. For instance, athletes like him and you and me, myself, and this man, bruh, we all got put in the fucking sports, bruh, as children, right? So we dedicated our life to this shit. You get what I'm saying, bruh? So in saying that, bruh, I really smoked too much.
Go ahead, bro, because I feel like it was on.
God damn, David, you got some good points. Think about. Fuck, bro.
God, I had it too.
All right, bro. If you don't mind, can I come in here, bro? All right, bro. I feel like the biggest problem in this argument and in today's age, as far as like change coming, bro, it's just too much hating going on. Because here's where the hate comes from. Because I went through it, they got to go through it too. That's what a lot of people look at it as. Like, for example, a lot of people who are outside of college, who are out of college, like for example, cancel all student debt. All the people who finished college, the shit paid their shit.
That's a big thing.
That's why I said it's a gun to your head. That's why I said it's a gun to your head.
I had that. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying as far as from the school. Okay, that was.
That's why I said it's a gun to your head. Now I remember my point, man. My bad. Alright, that's why I said it's a gun to your head, because just like he said, they need to fix the rules, because for them to sit there and say you can't make money off your name, like I said, that's why I brought up the us playing sports since kids. We've been building our names since fucking kids. Everybody know this nigga, bruh, because he been playing the sports since he was a child, bruh. You get what I'm saying? Him too, bruh. So in that case, right, we have to go to the next level. Without college football, nigga, we can't make it to the league. Was that not a fact statement? That's a fact, right? So if I built up my name since high school, bruh, and I want to go sell some shit through my name, bruh, but you said I can't because I'm attending your school, but I gotta attend your school to get to the next level, which is how I even created a name in the first place, bruh. How is that fair?
But how was your name created? By you doing what?
By me playing sports, by Warriors, nigga.
Sports, picking up.
Okay. But
you know why that's irrelevant though.
After sport, can you get paid for your name?
But look. You know why this conversation is outdated in a sense? It's not outdated, but it is. Because we got who's about to probably win Rookie of the Year in the NBA. I know there's just one sport. LaMelo fucking Ball, bruh. This nigga bought his own hoop team, bruh, while he was on the team, bruh, when he should have been in school still, bruh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he made a decision.
A name of himself.
You feel me?
His dad made a name of his second high school,
bruh. Exactly.
If he would have went to college schools out here, he would have been able to make a resume off his.
And that's fine. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's fine, but he gambled on himself. He didn't go the college route. If you want to go the college route,
exactly.
That's but that's why I say it's good to your head. Basketball's more options to go receive.
So football need to make.
In other sports, probably not so much as much as football. Football is the only sport. And that's why I said this conversation.
Sports with limited resources, though.
In a sense, but it's other sports where you could be an Olympic medalist in school still, bro. You think you're not getting money off PDs and shit? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. They still paying certain athletes, bro. Lacrosse. What's that little rowing shit? That's hella popular. That's lacrosse. No, that's lacrosse is some other shit. Oh, rowing. That's what's called rowing. Rowing, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rowing. My brother get paid off of that type of shit too, bro. But it's called something else, I thought, bro. And it costs something else.
I don't fucking know.
It's called. You talking about the boats?
It's called rowing.
But I feel like they had a name for this shit.
Playing like
no, the cross with the little thing. I'm already know the little shit. I'm already knowing that's the club. I'm saying. Man, bro, tighten up, loosen up, my brother. He over there, eyes popping out, goddamn, boy. Anyways, you feel me? I'm still keep him pimping, never slipping. No, I'm just like, cause that shit on there.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I don't even really remember what point I was trying to go on, bro. Y'all go ahead, bro.
The point is this, bro. In life, you make choices, bro. Like this is what white men told me, like never regret your choices.
Wise man or white man?
A wise man.
A white man.
Was he white?
Now he's black.
White man.
What he told me this?
No, he's black.
Was it Mr. Evans?
Nah, he was like one of my friend's dads. But he told me we was talking one day. He's like, because I usually always say people make mistakes, right? He's like, no, I don't ever say anybody make mistakes. They make choices for themselves.
Facts.
And when you make certain choices, every choice has pros and cons to it. So if you make the choice to be a college athlete, you know the cons of it depending on what level you are or what program you go to. The con is that you might
You
not
can't
be
make money off
compensated.
yourself. That's fucked up.
But the pro is that you give yourself an opportunity to get
To the
not-
NFL,
you
but
give
it's
yourself
the
an
only
opportunity.
opportunity. That's fucked
Or you
up.
might not, or if you don't make it, you still can get a 4-year scholarship, and hopefully you should have significantly less loans.
If you get hurt, are you keeping that scholarship or is they cutting that?
You got to put that in your contract.
And no, it's up to them, nigga. The players
No,
is not.
you put.
But
you
I'm
can
finna do
negotiate
it
your
just
How
service.
many, nigga, you talking about 10 people out the whole U.S. who get to really sit there and tell the school, this is what I want in my student. Everybody that got that option to just be like, I want this.
I know
You get what I'm saying,
a
bro?
3-star recruit who blew out his knee and got his and got a
Oh, 3-star.
and got to retire. I know, dude. His name was Ray. Went to U of A, 6'8", supposed to go to the league, All-American. McDonald's, whatever, all the McDonald's players. Supposed to go straight to the league, but kept blowing out his knees. He retired, academically retired, and he still got his full ride scholarship.
Yeah, what if he didn't have to go to
But that's
What if he wasn't
I just want to say
a 3-star
that's.
athlete, McDonald's nigga, bro? They was
If you
saying,
take that higher risk, you know you're not as good.
I
as
just want to
you
say
take
this:
higher
there is like ramifications with that. If you get hurt playing the sport, then yeah, they're
they gonna take care of
they
that.
need to
Like
take
a
care of
job,
that.
like
But
a
if
job.
you hurt
It's probably
yourself
against the
doing
law.
something that's outside your sport, something that it's completely up to them.
That's like a job though. If you
Exactly, it's just like a job. And I just want to say, like, for
Why you
example,
ain't get paid like a job?
huh? Because you just said it.
How much does tuition cost a semester?
No, I'm saying they treat that sport just like a job until it comes to the money. Then they like, fuck you.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Yeah.
How much
Exactly.
does tuition cost a semester?
Nigga, what if you bring it in way more than that tuition? Job at best, nigga. It's
So
a
if you-
million
okay, what about
Now
that?
that nigga's on my side.
That's reversing. Now, would you not meet your revenue standard? Are you paying the school money?
That's another thing. Say like how you say you got a commitment. How you
Going
got a
over
commitment.
that,
Yeah, that's fine, bro. That's fine.
Let's use a different athlete. You
Okay.
feel me? Let's use a different
Yeah.
athlete. Say this nigga had a commitment. He going to school and his commitment is 80,000.
You gotta
You feel
bring
me?
you gotta bring
You gotta bring 80,000. That's what you could complete at the end of your whatever term. Why would
See,
you
I
signing
don't-
a 4-year term when he's trying to plan on going to the NBA in 2 years? Type, you know what I'm saying? So
But
how would
I don't think it should. I just feel like it should be volatile, bro. I don't feel like Donkey said, if it's minimum wage, then that's something they can probably afford to pay. But I feel like it should just go solely based off of revenue, bro. Like however much money is being made is how much. I just feel like that's fair, bro.
Honestly, bro, off this talk, I feel like college athletes, definitely hoopers. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like y'all niggas need to go overseas, bro, and make some money, bro. Cause these
Smart,
schools,
bro.
yeah, these schools don't give a fuck about
get
you.
it.
That's some real shit,
Shit,
nigga.
football way worse.
Yeah, but it ain't no
But
work. But I said
it's
it's less
hard.
options
It's
in
less
football.
options,
It's
bro.
less. You can't
There's
just
nothing
go.
That's because y'all behind.
There's nothing
Like
like
I'm trying to
that.
say, y'all, we gotta
Exactly.
make some rule changes and pick up the
You can make a rule,
tempo.
but if the coach is too strong with American football, it's no.
I
And
wish
that's
it
my
could
point
be
that I
that
also
easy.
said, bro.
You
That's
gotta start building. It's ways they building shit. UFL, Canadian football, that shit. It's ways they
It's
starting to
ways,
build
but
that
it's not
platform.
like it's not there.
But it ain't like hoop.
It's
right
not
now.
there yet.
You
Like,
feel
hoop-
me? I'm not
hoop is
gonna
in
lie.
there.
Hoop is your man because you're your
Hoop
face
is
right
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter where the Miller when he was gonna make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said,
it's
with
everywhere,
football, I just think you gotta put into terms like this. I think they should help out the athletes a little bit more. They should give them more benefits, especially like small programs. Make sure they have food, stipends, this and
Yeah,
that.
bro. Just make sure they have
And if they,
food,
and
bro.
then
Yeah, nah, I'm
That's what I'm saying.
agreeing with
it should
that.
be
I'm agreeing with
definitely
that.
mandatory
shit.
housing,
It should be
mandatory
mandatory
food,
food.
mandatory food and
Fucking
housing
show.
for
Nigga.
full scholarship people. Everybody else is on wherever they ratio their scholarship they get is the discount they get at food and housing.
Definitely, if
Like, well,
they bring
I think
up
you
enough
housing
money
and
to
food
pay
paid
for all
for.
the sports
But
programs, how the
and
fuck
on top
you
of
ain't
that, that means
I mean, shit, that
to
should
keep
be,
it
that should
fair.
be,
That's some shit.
that should be. It's like a word phrase for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's in a sense like not trying to use
This
the
college,
wrong
nigga.
word.
Your
That's like
sport-
your
your
product.
sports team
That's
ain't
like your
bringing in
product.
no wins, nigga, and y'all ain't bringing in no revenue. It's time to cut
But
that
you hella
shit.
popular, so they might still want to pay you then.
Well, if
Well,
they
see,
do,
this
then we
something
gonna
you
keep
be the
it.
best
We
player.
gonna keep it.
Well, bro,
Yeah, nigga.
I don't want to get into the laws of that shit because I really don't feel like somebody deserves more money than another unless it's like strictly based off revenue. But if it's like as far as like name revenue, like I feel like that's the only way. But as far as like the team revenue, even if motherfucker scores 70 touchdowns and got 80% of the touchdowns on the team, bro, I still feel like he don't need to get paid more than the rest of the team.
Nah,
bro.
Nah, that's
Only if he
nah,
making
that's
Reggie
Only-
Bush should get paid more than
That's
any
unfair.
old other
because
person.
he's
I
making
feel like
money
Reggie
off
get more.
those things.
I think
I feel like
he should
that's
get
see
more.
now that's where we like
Yeah, not that.
That's
If
me,
he
that's
brings
what
in
it
way
could
more than
be.
everybody else, he definitely deserves to get paid more than everybody the fuck else, bro. That's just like
Look,
any
like
job.
I said,
Murray State.
Because I'm not fool for college athletes should get fucking paid big payday loans and shit like that. Nah, bro. Here's my bare minimum.
You gotta make it fair now. You got to make it fair.
To make it clear on what I would want college athletes to have. I just want all college athletes to be provided for them not to have to worry about what they got to eat tomorrow night and if they're eating healthy or not or something like that, or just make sure their mental health is good. That's all. Just make sure they're good, bro. Because I know some colleges have that, but not all colleges in America have that, bro. I promise you. So not all college athletes are the same, bro.
I thought you was asking for some money, nigga.
Yeah, some money or something like but there is compromises. That's a form of payment.
So alright, so we finna pay y'all. We finna make sure y'all get fed.
No, I said it could be either or, bro.
Okay, alright, I'm agreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that. I'm
not saying both. I'm not saying you all that.
So you start like my MAD, we gonna give you housing. Because we'll pay for the scholarship. That's all part of it. We give you housing, and we'll give you
2 meal vouchers a day.
3.
I was thinking that too.
For the rest of my
fuck boy. You feel me? We need some type of.
You care with that.
A lot of our resume. I
don't have to worry about surviving and shit like that.
Fees
Because
or
that shit
money
takes
coming
my
from
mind off of school.
These niggas gotta eat too.
And that shit takes my mind off of my sports.
Hey.
That was a whole different
Yeah, we
vibe.
have to pay for shit.
Hey.
Oh, in the games? Oh, yeah.
I got a great point.
Yeah.
I got a great point. Can I talk about like, so in high school, you build your name kind of, you build your name, you get determined what 3-star, what school you go to. The bigger school you go to, you get more benefits. So you saying your school didn't give you all of that, you got more revenue. But my thing would be like, how about you get your name up in high school when you go to the school with bigger benefits, they'll pay you housing and food. So is that school's fault? Is that your fault for not being good enough? So should every D2 player get the same amount as a D1 player or a D3? No, it's levels because it's called revenue. So how about you step your game up and go to that big D1 so they can feed you, house you, and you do what you get to do?
See, this nigga over here getting mad. This nigga over here getting mad and shit like that. But it's fine. I'll take that on the chin, yeah. Should have went D1. Yeah, I should have went D1. But nah, I decided to go D2. And the reason why I decided to stay there because I love my camaraderie. I love my brothers on the team, bro.
You stupid.
I love them.
Good job.
And that's fine. That's fine. If you want to be mad because I decided not to go D1, that don't mean nothing. Because I'll tell you right now, my brothers on that field were for surely just as good as any D1 niggas out there, bro. We just had a few little, like there was a few positions where they needed that, but nigga, we was definitely that good. Hey, and like I said, why I'm not even gonna get mad at that because it's just like if you would have played football, we would have shit on your team, Darty, she went to you.
But did y'all show the niggas that did play? And let's talk about them niggas. Wichita State used to be whipping that ass, nigga. Whatever the fuck.
We got a championship, so it was good.
I'm going to be U of A.
Nigga, you made choices.
I ran by y'all, bro.
You made choices.
That nigga said y'all beat you. So you don't think they would have beat you?
Hell no.
Hell no, we didn't have an offensive line or defense that could match up with that. But
So why would you
our
say that
offensive
would
power.
beat your team, dude?
Why you make it the last one you go to?
Why would we sit there?
You know that nigga jumped off that line, nigga hard. I remember when I was coming to the workout.
Okay, because I can show you know if y'all team had a football team, we would have fucking ran them niggas 100 plus.
Football team was nice. Hold on. Memphis street clean.
Boy, you niggas would have better been the wrong.
Humboldt State would have ran y'all shit. Nah. All my brothers in the comments would comment below and let them know, bro.
Speak up, nigga.
I'm gonna post this fucking highlight, bro. We beat the fuck out of y'all, bro. Oh God, we was dog walking niggas, bro.
But that hoop team was nice too. You feel me? Giving
Hey,
good dub.
man, you know what? That brings a conclusion to
Hold on,
tonight's
don't bring
video.
that. We still talking. We
That
still
brings
talking shit today. Look at that Bob Mom. I see my brother got the nice.
Hey, this nigga
The
being
Bob
fine, but hey, thanks you guys for tuning
in the
in.
background. The lighting is beautiful.
Thanks for you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, until next time, don't do that.
And like you said, like, comment, subscribe. We'll talk.
Don't do it, cut it out, man.
Woo! This is
Episode.